The mysterious disappearance of Space Shuttle Columbia's debris. On February 1, 2003, the skies over Texas turned into a scene of tragedy. The Space Shuttle Columbia, NASA's oldest shuttle, disintegrated during re-entry into Earth's atmosphere, just minutes before it was scheduled to land in Florida. All 7 astronauts aboard were killed. The disaster shocked the world, but what followed was equally astonishing, a massive recovery effort across thousands of square miles. While investigators recovered tens of thousands of fragments from the shuttle, large portions of Columbia remain missing or unaccounted for. Over time, stories emerged of vanished pieces, hidden debris, and unexplained discoveries, turning the tragedy into a mystery that still lingers more than 2 decades later. The final mission. Columbia's mission, STS-107, was meant to be one of research and discovery. The crew carried out over 80 scientific experiments in microgravity, ranging from biological studies to advanced materials research. But trouble had begun at launch. A large piece of insulating foam broke away from the external fuel tank and struck Columbia's left wing. While engineers noticed the incident, NASA managers dismissed it as unlikely to cause harm. For 16 days, the astronauts worked without knowing their shuttle was critically damaged. On re-entry, hot gases entered the wing through the foam strike area, leading to catastrophic structural failure. At 8:59 a.m., Columbia tore apart in the sky, scattering wreckage across Texas and Louisiana. The massive search. The disaster triggered one of the largest search operations in U.S. history. More than 25,000 people NASA staff, law enforcement, volunteers, and even Boy Scouts, joined in. Searchers combed an area covering 2,000 square miles, looking for shuttle parts in forests, farms, rivers, and towns. By the end, NASA had recovered more than 84,000 pieces of debris, amounting to about 38% of the shuttle's total mass. This was enough to help investigators piece together the cause of the accident. But that still meant over half of Columbia was missing. The vanishing debris. Despite the massive search, many pieces of Columbia seemed to simply vanish. Some were destroyed on re-entry, vaporized by heat. But others appeared to go missing under more mysterious circumstances. 1. Locals keeping pieces. Soon after the disaster, farmers, hunters, and even children began finding fragments, tiles, wiring, even charred metal, on their land. Many reported these to authorities, but not everyone did. Some quietly kept debris as souvenirs, and stories circulated of shuttle pieces hidden in barns, garages, and attics. NASA issued strict warnings: shuttle debris was government property, and keeping it was illegal. Still, some fragments never made their way back. 2. Untraceable tiny fragments. Thousands of small fragments were so tiny, the size of coins or pebbles, that they blended into the soil and forest floor. Investigators admitted that countless pieces were lost forever, impossible to detect. 3. Critical components missing. While NASA did recover Columbia's data recorder, conspiracy theories arose around other supposedly missing components. Some claimed that sensitive avionics or heat shield parts were quietly secured by military officials, away from public knowledge. The Lake Nacogdoches surprise. Perhaps the most famous case of missing debris happened 3 years after the tragedy. In 2006, a local man spotted a large, barnacle-covered object floating in Lake Nacogdoches, Texas. When NASA examined it, they confirmed it was one of Columbia's fuel tanks. The discovery raised questions: how could such a huge piece have gone unnoticed for 3 years, especially after such an intensive search? This incident fuel. NASA's storage of the debris. Officially, NASA did not let Columbia's debris disappear. Instead, the agency cataloged every recovered piece and moved them to the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Inside the Vehicle Assembly Building, VAB, more than 80,000 fragments are stored in carefully controlled conditions. These pieces are occasionally studied to learn more about spacecraft design and safety, but they are not open to the public. This secrecy, though practical, has only added to the air of mystery. Lessons from the tragedy. For all the questions about missing debris, Columbia's legacy is not just mystery, it is also change and progress. The Columbia Accident Investigation Board, CAIB, identified NASA's culture of ignoring safety warnings as a key factor in the tragedy. As a result, NASA introduced new safety protocols, including enhanced inspections of shuttle tiles, better imaging of orbiters, and more detailed rescue planning. These lessons influenced not only the final years of the shuttle program but also modern missions like SpaceX and Artemis. Unanswered questions. Yet, mystery persists. More than 2 decades later, people still ask. How much debris still lies undiscovered in lakes, rivers, or forests? Did locals keep significant fragments that will never resurface? Were some pieces quietly hidden away by authorities for reasons unknown? We may never know the full answer. Conclusion. The loss of Columbia was a heartbreaking moment in the history of space exploration. The missing debris adds a haunting layer to the tragedy, part fact, part mystery, part legend. Though some pieces are preserved in NASA's vaults, others may remain scattered across Texas, hidden in the earth, resting in lakes, or tucked away in private hands. For now, the mysterious disappearance of Columbia's debris remains an unsolved chapter in space history, a reminder of both the risks of exploration and the unanswered questions it can